Right guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another West Brom video. It's a preview video today as West Brom take on Swansea City on Wednesday night. But before we head into my thoughts on the game, PureHyperGamers are on the channel, they're Swansea City fans and they're going to be giving their thoughts before the game.
Hey guys, we're here for the WBA Vlogs channel, and we're going to be giving you our thoughts and views on the West Brom versus Swansea game, and we'll be giving it to you on a Swans perspective.
Yeah, I reckon that it'll be a tight game as both teams are going for promotion. I think West Brom are obviously the better of the two sides right now. West Brom are in 4th and Swansea, I believe, we're 14th. And yeah, I reckon that it will be a really tight game because both teams want to essentially go up. But I reckon West Brom will dominate as they're at home and they know what they're doing. They're solid at the back as well, and I reckon that Dwight Gale will score for them, and I reckon that it will be 1-1, but I reckon that they will outplay us. We'll just get a penalty or something like that and McBurney will score. What are your thoughts?
As you said, it is going to be a good game between these two sides. I think this game kind of decides of which of the teams could possibly be going into the playoffs, and
yeah, that's true. There's loads of teams fighting for 6th place at the minute. Bristol City are up there, Birmingham, a few teams. I doubt we can make it, but we need a good performance against West Brom to be able to boost our chances of going up. But we've still got players injured like Roden, Martin Olsen, key players like that, which would obviously make our team stronger, whereas we haven't got much experienced players in the side, and mainly youngsters like Dan James and stuff like that.
and I think the score will be 2-1 Swans. I think they could just nick it maybe like the last few minutes. I think Dwight Gale will score for West Brom. I think they'll score first, definitely. And for us, it will be I think Dan James will score first, like first after West Brom, and McBurney will get the winner.
So a huge thanks for them for coming on the channel to share their thoughts before the game. We also did a preview on their channel, you can check that out in the description, and also subscribe to their channel. They do really good Swansea City and Manchester United videos because they're a supporter of both clubs. So if you're interested in that, check their channel out, make sure you subscribe and all that good stuff. But now onto my thoughts of the game. Right, now it's time to give my thoughts on the West Brom Swansea game. Quite an interesting video to make actually, considering now that Darren Moore was sacked as West Brom manager. As well as Graham Jones and Wayne Jacobs, they're gone from the club as well. So whoever the manager is, he will be bringing his backroom staff in. So they've managed to get rid of the old staff. I think that Graham Jones was controlling most of what the play was being, such as playing out from the back, trying to build it up there. I thought Darren Moore was more the figurehead for the Albion in terms of just, you know, taking the criticism or taking whatever was thrown in by the media, and Graham Jones was the major tactician in what the team did. But anyway, I'm here to talk about the Swansea game. I will be making a separate video on the managerial candidates for the West Brom job, so stay tuned for that one after this preview. But on to the game. 5 changes were made for the Ipswich game. There was no Mason Holgate, there was no Kieran Gibbs, there was no Ahmed Ghazi, Robson Kanu or Gareth Barry in the squad. So I was kind of puzzled to why there was no Barry, Robson Kanu or Hegazi, because Darren Moore didn't mention that. He only mentioned about the unavailability of Holgate and Gibbs. Of course, Holgate picked up a knock against Leeds, and obviously Kieran Gibbs had a hip problem and was rated 50-50 before the Ipswich game. Jefferson Montero is unavailable because we are playing his parent club Swansea, so he's not available to play in that game. For Swansea's team news, Graham Potter had a press conference, the Swansea manager, and said that Ollie McBurney would not be available for the Swans because of an illness. Meanwhile, there's more injuries for Swansea to contend with, such as Leroy Fer having a hamstring injury. He'll be a big miss due to his Premier League experience. There's no Martin Olsen, who's out with an Achilles problem, and Joe Roden has a foot injury. George Byers picked up a groin injury in Swansea's last game, but he's expected to be fit for the Baggies clash. My prediction for the game: will the new managerial change, when it comes, will it have a positive effect for this game on the players? I'm not sure. Obviously, it's difficult because we haven't won a home game since Boxing Day, since Wigan in a 2-0 win. We're all expected to beat bottom of the table Ipswich, but couldn't play well enough to get a win there. Credit to Ipswich, so they played very well. And in a lot of home games, we've faced people around us in the table, such as Middlesbrough, Norwich, Sheffield United, and teams like that, and we haven't managed to pick up wins, which is very concerning at home. But I think this will have a positive effect on them. I'm going to go West Brom to win 2-1. I'm going to go for Dwight Gale and Matt Phillips to get the goals for the Baggies. Hopefully we can finally get a home win and get a positive mood on the club after quite a dismal week in terms of not being bottom of the Championship, and then our manager getting sacked, probably undeservedly. My team prediction, it's kind of hard to pick a formation and pick what players are going to be there, because obviously James Shan has taken over since all the coaching staff were got rid of, including the manager Darren Moore. So I don't know what's going to happen in terms of the team news, but I'm just going to go on what we've been playing recently. So I'm going to go for a 4-4-2 formation. I think Darren Moore was trying to ditch the 4-3-3 after criticism after the defeats against the teams around us in the table. So I'm going to go for James Shan to maintain that 4-4-2 formation. I'm going to go Sam Johnson in goal. If all fit, the back four will be Mason Holgate, Craig Dawson, Ahmed Hegazi and Kieran Gibbs. There'll be a midfield four of Matt Phillips on the right-hand side. In the middle, Raheem Harper and Gareth Barry. And on the left, Jacob Murphy. And then two strikers would be Jay Rodriguez and Dwight Gale, of course. I'd just like to see Rodriguez and Gale play just as two strikers, because in the last Ipswich game, we thought they were going to be played as two strikers, whereas it was really like a three at the back formation, and Rodriguez was just playing behind Gale. And it looked a bit weird, and it didn't really work. And Gale and Rodriguez were very isolated in the game. So hopefully they're played as two strikers and we play four at the back. Obviously, we were limited with the injury, so I guess Darren Moore had to change the formation, but obviously it has cost him his job as a result. So it's unfortunate for him, but we have to move on. A new manager coming in, likely to be Jokanovic, but as I say, I'll make a video on the managerial vacancy later. But guys, that's going to wrap up the Swansea preview. If you guys have enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like on the video. Comment down below your thoughts on the West Brom Swansea game. What do you think the game's going to turn out like? And if you're not subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And anyone, if West Brom are playing your club that you support in the last 9-10 games of the season, my social media links are in the description. Drop me a DM and I'll be sure to get back to you if you want me to be included in a preview that you're going to do on your channel, or you want to just collaborate on my channel. That's fine by me. Just drop me a DM and I'll be sure to get back to you. But guys, that'll be it for this video, and I'll be back for a vlog against Swansea City on Wednesday night. See you then.